Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Today, we delve into a crucial topic, beyond the success navigating the ecosystem of innovation. Our discussion will journey from understanding the psychology of failure to exploring the capital that fuels resilience. This presentation is based on insights from KVIC Market Watch Volume 16 and broader innovation studies, offering a comprehensive look at what truly drives progress. Let's begin by examining the pulse of the market, specifically focusing on capital flow and fund formation as of January 2020. Our ecosystem shows robust activity, with policy funds contributing 4.5 trillion Korean won, attracting a significant 17.1 trillion Korean won from external investors. This culminates in a total fund size of 24.8 trillion Korean won across 765 funds. We've seen the formation of notable new funds, such as Potassium Boride UTC Innovation at 508 billion Korean won, Lindman Global Fourth Industrial at 501 billion Korean won, and Smilegate XR Content at 150 billion Korean won. Crucially, policy capital demonstrates a powerful multiplier effect, generating 5.5 times its value, underscoring its pivotal role in stimulating the market. Now, let's explore the anatomy of a WN through the inspiring case of StradVision's global leap. StradVision successfully navigated the infamous Valley of Death to achieve global Series B success with SVNet, their cutting-edge deep learning object detection technology. Their victory was built on several pillars. First, a significant technological edge, offering a lighter, faster solution compatible with low-cost chips. Second, strategic capital acquisition, moving from TIPS funding in 2017 to Series A from Hyundai Mobis and LG, culminating in a substantial 31.6 billion Korean won Series B round. And finally, global validation, evidenced by 5 mass production projects already underway in key markets like China and Germany. This brings us to the innovation paradox. As Thomas Edison wisely said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This perfectly encapsulates the idea that innovation isn't a straight line, it's a volume of experiments. Consider the case study of Corning, a company that famously holds failure parties. These aren't celebrations of defeat, but rather acknowledgments of knowledge gained from projects that didn't meet commercial goals. This unique approach effectively reframes failure as necessary data acquisition, crucial for better budgeting, rapid prototyping, and ultimately, driving true innovation. Building on that, let's talk about reframing the narrative failure as data. Edison's breakthrough with a light bulb that lasted 45 hours, using a carbonized cotton thread, wasn't a fluke. It was the direct result of systematically testing over 6,000 materials. This means he accumulated over 1,600 failed materials like platinum and chromium, leading to that single success. In modern science, we recognize this dark history, all the experiments that didn't work, not as a liability, but as invaluable resilience capital. Each failure provides crucial data points, guiding us closer to the solution. However, innovation often faces an internal friction, the psychology of stoppage. LG research has identified several negative thinking patterns that actively block innovation. These include all or nothing thinking, where if a project isn't perfect, it's considered a total failure. Then there's mental filtering, focusing exclusively on a single negative detail while ignoring all positive aspects. And finally, the profit fallacy, which involves predicting failure without any substantial evidence. Understanding these cognitive distortions is the crucial first step to removing these internal barriers and allowing the flow of innovation to resume. Beyond individual psychology, we also face the cultural chokehold, what we call the one-strike stigma. Our data shows that 60% of youth believe that one failure equals the end, and a significant 54.6% cite a lack of second chances as a major barrier to entrepreneurship. The consequence is a risk-averse generation, hesitant to venture into new territory. The solution, as argued by Jang Byung-gyu of the Fourth Industrial Revolution Committee, is to cultivate a fail-con culture. This means shifting from envying success to openly sharing the messy, yet invaluable, details of failure. Overcoming this cultural barrier is absolutely essential for fostering a truly resilient and innovative entrepreneurial ecosystem. To truly build resilience, we must look at systematizing resilience, the science of failure analysis. Failure isn't random, it often stems from identifiable issues. These include licensing and permits, which can create initial friction, feasibility studies, often clouded by optimism bias, and principal-agent problems leading to stakeholder conflicts. The key lesson here is that failure too often stems from looking inward, from biases and internal conflicts. True success and effective recovery demands objective, external analysis to identify and address the root causes. Central to this is the role of leadership building self-efficacy. Consider the famous case of Nancy Edison, who reframed her son Thomas's perceived, addled mind as advanced, fostering his genius. This highlights powerful psychological mechanisms. First, self-efficacy, which is the belief in one's ability to execute tasks and achieve goals. Second, a growth mindset, viewing ability as expandable and not fixed. Therefore, leaders and investors must play the encourager. They need to break negative loops, allowing for analysis without shame, and actively building the psychological foundation for resilience and future success through positive reinforcement. This brings us to financing the risk, the capital safety net. Venture capital plays a critical role here by effectively buying the time required for failure and experimentation. Looking at investment by stage, by company count, we see 44.1% in early stage companies, those under 3 years, 33.9% in middle stage, and 22% in late stage. When we look at investment by amount, the distribution shifts slightly, with 3.2% or 1.01 trillion Korean won in early stage, 38.5% in middle stage, and 28.4% in late stage. This shows a healthy appetite for investment across the growth spectrum, crucial for supporting innovative ventures. Next, let's explore where the experiments live. Sector focus. High-tech sectors inherently require the longest runway and the highest tolerance for failure due to their experimental nature. Examining investment by amount, we see ICT services leading at 26.4%, representing 8.071 trillion Korean won. Biomedical follows closely at 25%, or 7.642 trillion Korean won. Retail and service accounts for 18%, with others, including gaming and chemicals, making up 30.6%. The key insight here is that over 50% of capital consistently flows into these high-friction, high-innovation sectors, signifying where the most transformative work is happening. Now, let's look at the recovery exits and re-challenges. In 2019, we saw a robust 2.0x recovery multiple against principal investment, demonstrating healthy returns within the ecosystem. The KVIC investment IPO pipeline as of January 2020 also indicates promising activity. Several companies are currently listed with a pending status, including SCM Life Science in bio, Aptamer Sciences also in bio, Sonam, WiseITech, NFC, Metanet MCC, Me2 Zen, and Iluda. This ongoing pipeline reflects the dynamic nature of our market and the potential for future successful exits. To summarize our discussion, innovation rests on the trinity of innovation, which supports a sustainable ecosystem. The first pillar is mindset, specifically the psychology of reframing failure as valuable data, as exemplified by Edison. The second is method, referring to the systematic approach of objective analysis of friction, utilizing tools like Fleisch Kappa to understand challenges. And the third crucial pillar is capital, which is the fuel. It's the funding that buys innovators the time to fail, learn, and iterate, much like the role played by KVIC. Together, these three elements create a robust foundation for continuous innovation. In conclusion, we arrive at the final equation for innovation. It's elegantly simple, yet profoundly powerful. Failure is the experiment. Success is the data, and capital is the time. Thank you.